Greetings, M squared here. Today we're going to just introduce the standard form of a quadratic equation. So we've been dealing with vertex form, but now we're doing the standard form. So standard form is when you have f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So the number in front, notice I said in front, x squared is not included. This is a. It's in front of x squared. It's not including x squared. If there was nothing there, for example, if I just had x squared plus 3x minus 5, then it would be 1. A would be 1. B is the number in front of x. C is the constant. So these are called coefficients when a letter or a number is in front of a variable. So this is the quadratic coefficient because that's the quadratic term. This is the linear coefficient because that's the linear term. And this is the constant. So these are going to be super easy. They're going to be in standard form. Sometimes, especially like in Algebra 2, these will be switched around and you have to get them back in order. But we're not going to do any tricks today. We're just simply figuring out what A, B, and C are and then doing some stuff with A, B, and C. So what's A, what's B, what's C? Remember, A is the quadratic coefficient is the number in front of the x squared. So A is 2. What is B? B is the number in front of the x, or the linear coefficient, and it's negative 3. Signs are included, so be careful with that. And then the constant is 4. So that's our A, B, and C. Now, it says f of 0. Well, if it's f of 0, what I do is I put a 0 in for every x. So I get 2 times 0 squared minus 3 times 0 plus 4. And when I do that, I get 0 minus 0 plus 4. So the answer is 4. Alrighty, 3a. That just means 3 times whatever a was. Well, what is a? 2. So that means 3 times 2. So that's 6. 4b. That's 4 times whatever b was. Well, what is b? It's, in this particular problem, it's negative 3. So we know that that's negative 12. Negative 2 times whatever c is, which is 4. So that's negative 8. And then it says, what's a plus b plus c? Well, that's 2 plus negative 3 plus 4, and 2 plus negative 3 is negative 1, plus 4 is 3. Okay, so we're just finding what A, B, and C are and kind of doing stuff with it. Let's try one more, and then you'll be ready for your homework. Alrighty, negative 3x squared plus 4x. Notice it doesn't have a number without a x. That means C is 0. If it's not there, it's 0. What's the number in front of the x? That's b. What's the number in front of the x squared? That's c. So again, what's f of 0? Well, f of 0 is when I plug 0 in and see what's left. Okay, 0 squared times negative 3 is 0, plus 4 times 0 is 0, so the answer is 0. What's f of negative 1? That means I need to plug a negative 1 into my function. So that means negative 3 times negative 1 squared plus 4 times negative 1. So negative 1 squared is positive 1. And 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. And when I multiply negative 3 times 1, I get negative 3 plus negative 4. So that totals negative 7. Here I have to do 4 times a times b. So 4 times a times b. That's 4 times 3 is 12. That's negative 12 times 4. So that's negative 48. What's a times b times c? So that's negative 3 times 4 times 0. Well, anything times 0 is just 0. What's negative b divided by 2a? Okay, so I have a negative and then a 4. That's negative b. The negative can be either place, but we're going to put it with the b. And then 2 times a, which is negative 3. So that's negative 4 divided by negative 6, which is just 2/3 if I reduce it. And that's just some work manipulating or dealing with the standard form. Fairly straightforward. We'll do some more stuff with it the next day. So good luck with your homework. M squared signing out.